Love the music. Yeah, it feels like we're ordering in a restaurant. Like, excuse me, can I have a glass of water, please? Normally, Mother B is always at the back of the house, so I'm a back of the house person. Yeah, I work in different institutions in different popular what do you call that? Popular brand of food service, like from Denny's to Chick-fil-A. Yeah, been there, done that, right? But now we're gonna share about food safety first, and then of course, since my advocacy is brain and mental health, then we could talk about food for the brain. What do you think, right? Because we're always like thinking food to fill our stomach, our our stomach. What else will you fill the food with, right? Hi, Tonyza. Welcome. 555. In 3 minutes, I will begin my talk about the 4 steps to food safety. At the same time, the food links to better brain power. Yeah. If you're going to be eating food, make sure that it will power your brain as well, right? It's not just making you sleep or making you bloated. Yeah, so you just have to be wise right now in choosing what you're going to eat. Because what you eat is what you are as well. Remember, what you eat is what you are. It shows who you are. Yes. I'm already geared up. This is my day-to-day costume when I was working in a food service as a cook. So now I'm chef in my own show. Just call me Chef Mother B. But it's a different kind of talk regarding to food takeover, foodie takeover. If you wanna take over the food, you make sure that it's safe for you. That's my number one principle in my career as a cook, and also as a food safety director. Last June, that was my last day. Yeah, I'm also a member of the International Association for Food Protection. So yeah, somehow I know what I'm talking about, right? Although my membership is about to expire, but I have to renew it so that I could get inputs and a lot of things, learning about how to prepare food safely, right? Because that's what we wanted in our family. By the way, I'm here now in a multi-streaming. Welcome to the Mother B Show. Yes, I'm just talking to my audience, to our friends in BIGO Live. Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. This show is multilingual. I'll be speaking in English. I'll be speaking in Filipino. I'll be speaking in languages, right? Yeah, I have to join. I have to join. I keep on tapping join. And yeah, I have to join. They all told me to join and I tap join. Then I need to join, right? Hello, BIGO Live. I'm here already. I need to get in the live house. Go live. There you go. I'm live. Yes. She's still eating. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Hi. Hello.
Wannabe Show is a fun and informative lifestyle program that promotes positivity and good vibes.
Mother B is a foodie mommy. Yes, that's what I do in and out. I start cooking food as early as 4:30 in the morning. So hi everyone. I hope that I could share to you some tips and hacks or points learning on how to prepare our food safely. Yes, we know we keep on eating food, we keep on thinking about food, we talk about food, the groceries, the high cost of food right now, but have we talked about food safety? Have we talked about how to prepare food safely in our own kitchen? Right? We don't just depend ourselves in going to the restaurant, but how do we really prepare food safely for our kids, for our loved ones? That's the essence of the Mother Bee Show right now, because this show is all about good vibes and positivity. Yes, hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to the Mother Bee Show. Again, there are two items or two things that I need to emphasize today. Okay, so today we will talk about the 4 steps to food safety. Yes. Why, Mother Bee, are you talking about food safety? We can just, cook food and eat it safely? No, especially if you're going to restaurants, you have to be aware of how they're doing at the back of the house. By the way, Mother Bee is really a professional cook. That's my job. That's why I love this Livehouse. Thank you so much for inviting me. I've been a cook for more than 5 years. Yes, I've worked with different establishments, big names, right? My latest is I'm with Chick-fil-A. I was a food safety director. That's my job. My job is to secure the food before they're served to the public. Yes. So I'm a proud Chick-fil-A food safety director. So that's why this is my choice to talk about food safety, because, we have lots of activities, events coming in, events, and we have celebrations. And if you're in charge of the kitchen, then you have to know about these tips. 4 steps to food safety. And also, since Mother Bee is advocating brain and mental health, because I have a daily show, I hope you come to my show. Yes, I'm inviting everyone, because Mother Bee is talking about brain and mental health. Now, in terms of foodie takeover. Yes. Let's not just talk about food. Let's talk about how we prepare food and how do we consume food. What are the best food for the brain? How do we power up the brain by eating food? So, I did some groceries before coming into the show. Look, Mother Bee is ready. Although I was advised oh my God, I'm going to be in the Livehouse. I'm so excited. So, before I came into the show, I did my little groceries. I even bought the cart. I will talk about it later. Yeah, these are all canned foods, because, we have to be practical. If it's not in season, if the food is not in season, especially vegetables, might as well buy the frozen one. That's another hack. Buy the frozen vegetables or canned vegetables, right? But the safer is the frozen vegetables. Yes. So I also brought some stuff here. See, I'm ready. These are all brain foodie. Would you like to know about how to power up your brain? Yes. It's not just filling in your tummy. It's not just filling in your stomach. But we need to power up our brain to be more productive, right? So Foodie Takeover is Foodie Takeover to power up our brain. Yay! Because, right, that is the advocacy of the Mother Bee Show. Yes, thank you so much. And if this is your first time to see me, I'm always here daily in BIGO Live. Now I'm excited because I'm wearing my costume. Actually, this is not a costume. This is really my uniform. When I used to work with Dennis, I don't want to show the label, but yeah, I used to work in a diner, right? Then America's #1 diner, and of course Chick-fil-A, my latest. And I used to cook also in a senior facility. So what is the common denominator of food? Right? Of course, food is one of the basic needs of man. Food, shelter, and clothing. So it's #1 in the list, because we need to consume food every day, right? So how do we do this takeover? But first, why do I love to do what I do? And why do I need to share to our US Livehouse about the importance of the Foodie Takeover edition? When we take over the foodie concept, we make sure it's safe. Okay? Why do we make sure that it's safe? Because this is my mantra. Cooking is love made edible. Yes. If you love someone, or if you love yourself even, you have to make sure that the food you're eating is safe. Correct? Because you don't want to land up in the hospital. You're paying more bills then. It's more expensive if you don't prepare your food safely. Okay, let's now proceed to the 4 steps to food safety. Okay, would you like to know? #1. Of course, before anything else, if you are the cook or if you're the one preparing food for yourself or for your family, make sure that your hands are clean. Okay? So as a professional cook, we are not allowed to wear danglings there. This is what we have a standard personal protective equipment. So or a uniform. Okay? One thing is you have to put a hairnet if you're working in the food service. And I guess many of you have worked in the food service. Yes. So you just have to make sure that no hair will fall in the food. But for now, since we're doing BIGO Live, so I can do a glamorized version of the chef. Okay, so you have to make sure your hair is covered and wash your hands. Remember the happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Even if it's not your birthday, that's the duration of how you will wash your hands, okay? So make sure you scrub your hands before, especially if you're touching meat. Okay, raw meat. Okay, you don't want to be touching meat and touching vegetable. Remember, the microorganisms are just there waiting to get inside your body. Right. The number 2, after cleaning your hands, cleaning all the utensils, right? This is food safety, everyone. You have to separate your vegetables, your meat, the dry goods. Separate. Don't mix them. Okay? Start with the vegetable first. If you cut them, make sure you separate this. Okay? When prepping food, this is when you're prepping food, you have to make sure they're separated. Don't prep all together because that would be a concoction for the bacteria party. You know what? You don't want the bacteria to be having a party before you eat them, before you eat the food, okay? So that's why. So yes, yo. Then moving forward, of course, you have to separate and also wash the surface, right? Wash your hands and surfaces. Don't cross-contaminate. That's why you need to separate the food, the prep foods, right? The raw meat, the raw vegetables. Before cooking, separate them. Okay? Raw meat, poultry, seafood, and eggs can spread germs. So you better watch out. You better not cry. And in order to be safe, right? Second thing is when you're done prepping the food, then you have to cook at the right temperature. Okay? So Mother B, as a food safety director, a proud food safety director back then, is very particular about temperature. Would you like to know about what is the right temperature, especially this coming Thanksgiving? Okay, just let's give you a brief overview. Food safety, food is safely cooked when the internal temperature gets high enough. That's the reason why we need to raise the temperature to kill the germs. Okay? That's the reason, because the germs will make you sick. We have to kill the germs before you consume the food, right? Because, it came from your raw materials, your raw food came from the farm, from the groceries. There's a lot of process involved before it came to your table. So it appeared on your kitchen. So we just have to remember high temperature when you turn up the heat, all right? One thing for sure, it kills the germs, okay? So whatever food you're cooking, if it's an exotic food or a meat or whatever, it has to be cooked at the right temperature, okay? I hope you like the food safety tips of the Mother B Show. Yes, because really, I work as a food safety director, and that's my passion. When I clock into my job, I make sure before I do prepping food for the business, the kitchen is clean. Otherwise, oh my God, a kitchen that is clean is a safe kitchen, okay? That's the number one rule of the Mother B Show. And when I do cooking, professional cooking, I have to make sure I'm clean first, my surrounding is clean, then before I prep. So when you're preparing food, you make sure you separate things, right? From the raw meat to the vegetables to the ready to eat, okay? Keep raw or marinated meat separately, okay? So if you can use a separate board, okay? Like if you only have one cutting board, then you have to wash it after use. But if you have the luxury of using a lot of board, like in a professional kitchen, our cutting board is color-coded. You know, in the kitchen, cutting boards are color-coded. The professional kitchen, yes. So since it's a Foodie Takeover Friday, we have to remember before consuming all the types of food that you like, that's safe for you. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you like what I'm saying here. Do I make sense? Okay, so speaking of cooking at the right temperature, okay, whole cuts of beef. Remember, beef. Let's talk about beef first. Veal, lamb, and pork, including fresh ham. I speak different. I'm multilingual, but I'm trying to speak straight English right now because I have to. At pwede naman tayo magbisaya. Sige lang, padayon lang, Mother B. Okay, 4 steps to food safety. Now let's go to number 2 again. Number 3. We have to cook it at the right temperature. So, you have to cook it at least 145 degrees Fahrenheit. Remember, I hope that you will have your own temperature thermometer in your own kitchen because it's very important, especially if you will be cooking meat, raw meat, whether it's poultry, whether it's beef or pork or veal or lamb. It has to be cooked 145 degrees Fahrenheit, okay? So yes, and then you have to learn how to place the temperature thermometer correctly. Don't just stick the thermometer everywhere. But stick the thermometer in the thickest part of the meat so that you will know in the innermost part of that meat, it's cooked at 145 degrees Fahrenheit. Remember, there are numbers to food safety. Okay, the number 1 is 145 degrees for beef, pork, veal, or lamb. Number 2, fish with fins. Of course, there are fish that are filleted already, especially when you buy it in the grocery. But if you buy or if you happen to get fish with fins and you're fishing and then all of a sudden you want to cook the fish, make sure it's cooked around 145 degrees Fahrenheit too. So cook until the flesh is opaque because normally fish is like translucent. The fish meat is kind of like translucent. It has to be opaque. It has to turn white, okay, or otherwise. 145 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay? And of course, ground meat. Ground meat is different from the whole meat, right? Such as ground pork and ground beef. You have to increase the temperature to 160 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay? 160 degrees Fahrenheit. And if you happen to be in Asia, you happen to live outside of the US and they're not using Fahrenheit, then convert it to Celsius. Ask Google. All good vibes here. Yes, yo. So ground meats and at the same time, all poultry, yes, including ground chicken and turkey. This is the most important thing. If you're going to be cooking turkey for Thanksgiving next week, what's the magic number? The temperature should be as high as 165 degrees Fahrenheit. Yes. So yes, the Mother B Show is not just talking about the food, but we're talking about how to prepare the food safely. Yes. Yay! Why? Because Mother B is a food safety director. It's my job. It's my day-to-day job to monitor the food that's being served in the restaurant. I love that job. And Mother B is also a member of the International Association for Food Protection. That's why. And I care for you. I care for you, really. Don't just eat food. Just make sure it was safely prepared. Otherwise, we don't want to end up in the hospital, remember? And then after the food safety tips, I'll talk about some good food for the brain. How do you like that? Okay? So, thank you for watching the Mother B Show again. So remember, whole meat 145 degrees, fish is still 145 degrees, then ground meat a little higher, 165 degrees Fahrenheit, and of course the poultry and the turkey is 165 degrees Fahrenheit. So if you're preparing for Thanksgiving, thank you for coming. By the way, hello. Yes, please don't forget to make sure you we call that temp your meat. Okay? Temperature is very important when it comes to food safety. Right. Yes. Okay, Mother B, after cooking, what should we do? Yes, of course, sometimes most of the time after the party, we have leftovers, right? So when you have leftovers, okay, make sure that you want to safely secure your food to avoid the danger zone. In food safety, we have what you call the danger zone. Okay? Whether you're in the restaurant, whether you're at home, you have to make sure that you have to know that bacteria can multiply rapidly if left at room temperature, because that's the temperature that bacteria lives. They like it. They like it between what temperature, Mother B, are the bacteria growing? Did you ever wonder what the temperature that the bacteria like to live in? It's between 40 degrees Fahrenheit to 140 degrees Fahrenheit. Yes, they live between that temperature. So it has to be, when you're cooking food, it has to be higher. Okay? Like 145 degrees is a safe zone already. So don't leave your food if the temperature is between 40 to 140. Then you have to keep your refrigerator. Your refrigerator should be at the 40 degrees Fahrenheit, okay? Mother B, these are all numbers. Really? Is that the way to safely ensure our food is safe? Yes. Whether you eat exotic food, whether you eat whatever kind of food, Italian, what else? American, what else? Whatever nation that food is coming from, make sure when you cook it, it's within the temperature safety range. Yes, this portion is brought to you by Chef Mother B. All good vibes here. Yes, so we don't just eat food, we just have to make sure that we prepare the food safely before eating it. Okay? Is it helping you guys? Yes. You don't need to be a food safety director to make sure your food is safe. You just have to know the basic. Number one, you clean first before you prepare the food. And then number two, don't cross-contaminate. Don't mix the raw food, the raw meat, the raw vegetable. Make sure you separate it when you prepare your food before cooking. Okay? Thank you so much. Please don't forget to vote Mother B, okay? And follow me in my Mother B show. So number 4. After cooking, Mother B, and that's how we chill. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yes. We know all this. Who needs a lesson? I'm not giving a lesson. I'm just sharing this, baby. Because, since we are so excited about the coming event, sometimes we tend to be excited and you miss all those stuff. Remember, it's difficult to be hospitalized nowadays, right? Yeah. When I was working in the food service industry, we don't just say, you know all about this. No, because we have to ensure what you're eating is safe. Because you paid for it. Yes. Again, I work as a food safety director. We don't take any chances. Don't take any chances, even if you know about it. What about? Are you really aware of what's going on behind the kitchen? You just have to make sure, especially if it's own kitchen, baby. Yes. Okay. So clean, separate, cook, and chill. Okay? That's it. It's a no-brainer. Speaking of no-brainer, we have to improve and pop up our brain. So this is the fun part. Okay? I will share to you some food linked to better brain power. And I brought some. I'm not just talking about the food. I really brought it. I just, again, came from the grocery. I brought my own stocks and I got it from my pantry. Okay? So if you want to boost and pump up your brain, to have a better quality life, nowadays mental health is an issue right now, brain health is an issue. So what do we do? Even if you know how to prepare food safely, what are the best food for your brain? Right? So I'm just giving you a few of the 5 foods, 5 and 4. 4 food safety tips and 5 foods linked to better brain power. Number 1, green veggies, of course. I know about it, baby. We eat green foods, but how often do you really eat green foods? Vegetables. Leafy greens such as kale, spinach, collards, and broccoli are rich in brain-healthy nutrients. If you want to power up your brain, make sure you have more vitamin K, okay? Okay? Vitamin K, lutein is good for the eyes, okay? And beta-carotene, yeah? Like what Bugs Bunny eat. Carrots. It's not green, but you can also get beta-carotene from green leafy foods. But of course, carrot is rich with that. Okay? So, it will not slow your brain. You need to pump up your brain, just like the car. You need to put fuel on, and then this is what will pump up your brain. Okay? And if you are, please, okay. And if you are a fishy foodie fanatic, right? I love fish. Fish be with you. Fatty fish are abundant sources of omega-3 fatty acids, healthy unsaturated fats, and have been linked to the lower blood levels of your body. Okay? If you don't want to be high blood, make sure don't eat a lot of meat. Eat moderately meat, but more on fatty fish, okay? Yes. Berries. This is what I'm saying. So, yes, I'm from the South, right? And we have, this is my favorite munchy food. So, I suggest in order to, avoid eating too much fat, sweets, better buy like this one. Better Orchard. It's actually a trail mix. So what do we find from the trail mix? We have almonds, we have walnuts, we got raisins, right? This one. This is what we call the trail mix. These are the brain boosters. Yes. Natural foods are better, remember? Yes. Though we have canned foods, we have frozen foods, remember? If you want to be a foodie takeover BIGO guest, all good vibes here. Mwah, 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 mwah. Thank you for coming to the Mother Bee Show. Yes, eat a lot of trail mix that's filled with walnuts, but filled with raisins, right? This one. Because, even the walnuts, I'll show you. It's kind of interesting. Right, look. Walnuts, and walnuts looks like a brain. Did you notice that one? Did you notice that? Yes. Look. Yeah? So even the food will show you why it's good for the brain because it looks like a brain. Yeah? My granny said, don't eat while your mouth is full. I love to munch on this one. Okay. Yeah. Order. Okay, 3 more. Number 3, before we go. Berries. Okay, since this has dried berries too, check. Okay, berries, walnuts, nuts. Okay, even if you go nuts eating all of this, it's still good for you. Okay, but if you're allergic to peanuts, please don't eat peanuts. Eat that's not you are not allergic to. Okay, remember food safety. Peanut is an allergen. So if you're allergic to peanut, don't include that in your diet, okay? Although it's good for the brain, but if you are, just choose the best trail mix, okay? Welcome to the Foodie Takeover. So we are particular, Mother B is particular, Chef Mother B is particular about food safety and brain food to power your brain. Brain food to power your brain. Food links to better brain power. Yay! Yes. So number 4, if you are a coffee or tea lover, well, this is your lucky day because it's included in the list of food that will boost your brain power. Okay? Coffee or tea? Coffee, tea, or me? Hello everyone again. We still have a few minutes to talk about food safety, about foods that will power up your brain. And welcome to the Foodie Takeover Friday here at BIGO Livehouse. Yeah, I don't just talk about food, but I talk about food safety and at the same time food for the brain. Yay! This portion is brought to you by Chef Mother B, your glamour chef for today. And please don't forget to follow Mother B in my show. I have a daily show on brain and mental health. Good vibes only. Yes, all good vibes only. Positivity and good vibes. And of course, again, coffee and tea might offer more than just a short-term concentration boost, right? If you need to concentrate, some really are sharper when they are drinking coffee. Some are sleepy after drinking coffee. But me, I like coffee in the morning. But participants, there's a recent study. Participants with higher caffeine consumption scored better test on mental health function. Oh, really? Hi, I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. What I'm talking about is food safety and foods that are better to power up your brain. Because this is Foodie Takeover Friday. So before we take over eating all those foodies, you just have to make sure you're eating the right food, right? Yes, that's brought to you by Mother B. And of course, the best ever, again, walnuts. Nuts are excellent source of protein. Okay? If you are done eating with meat, if you're like, oh, I'm eating a lot of steak, barbecue, this is the best alternative for protein. Walnuts, yes. Protein and healthy fats. So it's a combination of fats and protein. And walnuts particularly also improve your memory. Okay, according to a study. So if you want to sharpen your mind, hey, eat walnuts a day, right? That's why Mother B's show, my show every day, I do a show every day. It's focused on brain and mental health. So today, since it's Foodie Transformation Takeover Friday, why not talk about food that is good for you, right? Yeah, there are a lot of food in the world, but the question is that good for you? Is that good for your brain? Especially if you're undergoing mental health conditions. Why not start by helping yourself and find and choose the right food, right? So again, I hope that you like what I share. Although, yeah, we all know that, baby. But yes, we like what we share. And we like what we're doing, like what we're eating, but make sure that it's safe. Okay? So Advocating Mama, thank you so much. By the way, this portion is brought to you by www.health.harvard.edu. Remember, I did not make this up. Thank you so much for coming to the Mother B Show. Thank you so much. And Siri is answering me as well. To all who watch me, I hope you follow me in the Mother B Show. And let's talk about brain health. Let's talk about mental health. And today we talked about food safety and food that will better power up your brain. So thank you so much and have a good day. All right. Hey, yes, yo. All right. I'm going to vote for myself. Oh my gosh, I'm done. Thank you for watching. Yes, hello. I'm here. Mother B, ano bang ginawa mo? Ano bang ginawa mo sa show? Magla-live ulit ako. Oh. Okay. Teka, hinahanap ko yung aking music. Ba't nawala yung music ko? Nawala. Welcome again to the Mother B Show. Katatapos ko lang po ng US Livehouse. So it's an opportunity for host na ma-expose sa thousands and thousands of viewers. Kaya naka-costume ako ngayon, right? Kasi ang drama ko ngayon ay Chef Mother B. Talaga may dala talaga akong mga props, di ba? Mother B! Bon appetit! So, kung nagtataka kayo sinong kausap ko, actually I was doing a live show kanina for the US Livehouse. Thank you so much to our agency, our J. Hawkins Talent Agency. It's a whole morning of meeting and, management meeting and everything. I'm so thankful for really taking care of the Mother B Show. Salamat po. Maraming po salamat. Thank you so much. Chef Mother B, di ba? Mother B, kailan ka ba naging chef? Ngayon. Kailan ka naging chef? Di ba? Yung iba kasi particular sa word na chef. Kung chef ako sa show ko. Taray. Taray ni Mother B. Ayusin ko muna yung aking Hi, Jennifer. Welcome to the show. I'm just fixing my sound system because I can't hear even my sound right now. I'm always having issues with my sound. I just don't know why. Okay. Now I know I'm live. Output volume. Okay, there you go. Hanggang dito ba naman, Mother B? Duty ulit ako kasi sayang naman yung hours ko. Hindi ako nag-duty kanina dahil nag-meeting nga si Mother B. So, yan. Okay, welcome to the Mother B Show. Where is my stream? Nawawala ako. Ayan, I'm here. Thank you for the like. Welcome to the happy hour edition. Tanggalin ko na nga yung ko kasi hindi ako nakikita eh. Tanggalin ko yung aking virtual background. Ayan. Di ba? Mother B, anong costume mo? Costume ko yung lahat ng uniform ko sa trabaho ko rito. Tama ba? Kita-kita ba yung mukha ko? Di ba? Na-adjust ko na naman yung microphone. I have to make sure that I'm live. Di ba? Patayin ko na yung music na pang restaurant. Para talaga tayong nasa resto dito. Deto. Kailangan yung check ko, ibahin ko naman yung music ko nga. Ayan muna. Ayun. I-pause ko muna. Nag-abot ang paniguro ang paningkamot. Yay! Welcome again to the Mother B Show, Part 2. Nahanap ko, ba't madilim? Music, please. Music. Pump up the music. Diba? Dancing Cook. Ang costume ko brought to you by Maring Rene Garcines. Maraming salamat, Maring Rene, sa sponsorship ng costume. Hi, King! Hi! If this is your first time, guys, to be in the Mother B Show, welcome. Yes, pinag-usapan ko kanina yung Mother B, sige na. Pag-usapan natin yung topic mo today. Okay. Anong ginawa mo, Mother B? Why are you wearing that kind of outfit? Okay? Diba? Hindi ba ako mukha ko ba ako stewardess o mukha akong Yeah! Hinahin ng sound ko. Hindi ko malaman kung saan nanggagaling ang music ko. Bahala na si Batman, Mother B. Basta ka lang dyan. Giling ka lang ng giling dyan. Enjoy mo lang yung buhay mo dyan. Oh my gosh, yes, yo. All right, I hope you can hear me. Okay. Welcome, Move, Alex G, Jerry joined. Welcome to the Mother B Happy Friday edition. So our topic a while ago, actually it's today. What am I talking about right now? Oh, kahapon to wellness. Hindi ko pa nilagay yung aking Thursday. Mother B, nakalimutan mo maglagay ng show. Anong title ng show mo ngayon? Diba? Anyari? Nag-mental, mental fog o brain fog si Mother B. Sandali, ayusin ko muna yung pangalan ng show ko. Hello, hello everyone! Fuchi Talk, Bruce, Hector, o di ba? Para tayo nagtatawag sa graduation. Mother B, ano yan, graduation? Okay, November. Okay. Okay. Yes. It's 18 pala. It's not November 17. Ina-adjust ko lang yung aking date. Okay, let me adjust the date. All right. Ayan na, kailangan mag-hire ka na ng virtual assistant, Mother B, para hindi ka malito-lito dyan. Okay, ayan na. Let's adjust it. Let's adjust. Adjust ang color. Oh, thank you! Oh my gosh! I'm so thankful at very supportive ang aking agency to my BIGO Live agency. Something, yes. Ayan na, isettle ko muna yung sarili ko. I have to put myself together for now. Ha? Time check, it's 40 minutes and 33 seconds. We're now here still at the Mother B Show and I will just have to explain to you, why am I wearing this costume? Talaga naka-chef outfit ka talaga, Mother B. Saan ba ang duty mo ngayon? Saan ba ang duty ko? Saan nga ba? Saan ang duty ko? Change mo muna. Change yung color para mas masaya. Alam mo, masyadong pikay si Mother B. Pati talaga kulay ng aking banner. Talagang kinakariryan. Ayan. Para maganda yan. Eto, sasabihan ng kulay. Yes. There you go. Kailangan masaya. How about yellow? Yellow. There you go. Oops. Naglalaro. Welcome again. I'm back in BIGO Live. Back in BIGO Live. Yes. Love you all. Mwah. Okay. I'm settled. Okay. At 1 o'clock to 1:30, okay, this 1 o'clock to 1:30, meaning I was given a chance by the US Livehouse, okay, US Livehouse to share the Mother B Show for 30 minutes. Okay, Mother B, hi American Dream, what's the US Livehouse? Yan talaga ang lagayan ng mga upcoming stariray. Pag ikaw ay napili mag-Livehouse, ma'am, automatic, thousands ang imong mga viewers. Oo. Di ba? Effort ko yan everyday na magkaroon man lang ako ng viewers at fans dito sa aking BIGO Live show, di ba? And I'm so thankful, thank God for this opportunity that I was chosen to, share about Foodie Takeover in the Livehouse. Kasi every Livehouse, every day, they have a topic and they're inviting, selecting host na mag-show and automatic yan, may reward ka at the same time, meron kang viewership. Okay? So that will increase your chances of getting more fans, getting more viewers, people to come to your show. Okay? I'm still gonna share about the experience of Mother B in the BIGO Live app because again, as per my talk yesterday, okay, it will improve your social interaction. Of course, you're talking to people, you're facing them, people are watching you, and it's an honor. Actually, I'm very grateful, and I would like to say thank you to everyone. Right. You really made my day, and I hope I made your day as well. Sabi nga, just a little smile, a special smile, a twinkle in your eyes for a little while. Just a little more time, we'll be together, you and I. Diba? There's a song about just a little smile, a special smile. You know what? Nowadays, just watch the news. It's difficult to smile. They talk about politics. They talk about, every negative things are being talked about in the news right now. But thank God there's BIGO Live. It's a way for Mother B to share positivity and good vibes. Yes, right? Positivity and good vibes, and even smile. Because it's not easy to be lonely. I bet You know, in the statistics right now, 1 out of 5 Americans are experiencing depression. How much more in other countries, right? Count me in. I used to be depressed. I used to be anxious. I used to be thinking a lot of, negative stuff. Especially, I like to watch news, and most of the news that I watch are negative. It seems like, oh my gosh, it's like every time I watch the news, like I feel lonely or sad. Oh my god, it's not helping me anymore. These things are not helping me anymore. Then I realized it's time to change my mindset, right? I'm not born to be negative. God has given us the opportunity to speak and, think good things because He already said that 2,000 years ago. Remember, that's the heart of the Mother B show. By the way, you're watching the Mother B in BIGO Live, in Facebook, in YouTube. I'm multi-streaming right now. So whoever will watch Mother B, I hope you're able to smile just a little while. That special smile, the twinkle in your eyes for a little while. You have to have the energy. That's why, where's energy coming from? Oh, of course, from the food that you eat. That's what I talked about in the US Livehouse because people are talking about, and I was watching hosts, oh, this is how to eat, this is food, blah, blah, blah. Okay, these are all food. We know that. Even if it's food coming from planet Earth or planet Pluto or planet Mercury, we know that it's food. But the question is, how safe is that food to eat, right? Gaano ba ka-safe yung food na kinakain natin? Safe ba siya? By the way, the show is multilingual. So, and I would like to speak, if you can teach me your language, I would love that. Like, there was once a guest of mine that's Italian, and then, I'm trying hard to speak to him in Italian. Ciao, ciao, ciao. In Chinese, ciao is like eat. Ciao, ciao, ciao. See, I'm wearing even my costume. The story behind what I'm wearing right now, it's my back of the house uniform. I've been working as a food service professional. Okay, I used to work as a cook, and my latest job is as a food safety director. My job is to ensure that the food that you're eating is safe. So I love and I'm proud to wear this uniform. So uniform ko to sa Chick-fil-A, uniform ko sa Dennis. Okay, so somebody's calling me, but right now I do have my show, so I hope I will call you and talk to you later because I have a show. Oh my gosh, I have a show. Right, I don't want to be cut off in my show because I'm earning from this. This is my job. So my job is I've been in the food service industry for 5 years, in the tourism and hospitality for 10 years, and now live streaming. Oh my gosh, this is a new career that I'm excited because I can mix both my experience from the tourism and the hospitality industry and a mix of teaching and sharing information, especially more on mental health and brain health. So this show in the Mother B show in BIGO Live, in Facebook, in YouTube, ma'am, these are all quality contents. And before anything else, of course, for those who are new to Mother B show in Facebook and YouTube, I'd like to tell you that my main advocacy here is brain and mental health. Make you happy, maximize pleasure, minimize pain, and do the most good. That's my service to mankind. Yes, that's my ministry somehow. Okay, so if you're wondering, this is this apron. I just bought this because it's kind of interesting, no? So it's my host apron for at home. This one is given to me by my friend Maring Rene Garcinas. Thank you so much, mwah, 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 mwah. And this is my uniform in back in Dennis when I was a prep cook, right? Chick-fil-A. So yan, ito yung aking ano. Pero tinanggal ko kasi baka mapagalitan ako. Now I'm a live streamer. I'm thankful because I can share my story, about work, about life, about the life of Mother B, Mom, who cares? And spreading to you positivity and good vibes, the culture of care. Because we need to care. Whether you like it or not, you are born to care. No man is an island, no man stands alone. Each one's joy is joy to me. Each one's, ano pa, is my own. Anyway, I would like to talk about my life as a BIGO live streamer. Also a way for my friends back in elsewhere in the Philippines, in different countries. By the way, hi, hello to our friends in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. New viewer, Rita Ellen of Belgium. Hello, hello, hello. We have different viewers all over the world. Also in Bigo Live, right? And in Facebook we have, and in YouTube. So this show, this is a happy hour show. I did my happy hour. I'm happy to wear my uniform now. Yes, as a Bigo live streamer, my job is to do a talk show. Sometimes I sing, sometimes I dance, but most of the time it's sharing more on positivity and good vibes. The topic that I talked about a while ago is the 4 steps to food safety. Basic, clean, don't cross-contaminate or separate food that you prepare. Number 3 is you cook at the right temperature, right? And number 4, you chill. When you say chill, hindi yung chill na lang, relax. You have to secure your food because of course that we have food that are leftovers, no, and do not leave them in room temperature because that's going to be in the danger zone. When you say danger zone in the food safety world, okay, by the way, Mother B is a proud member by God's grace of the International Association for Food Protection, so I know what I'm talking about. Oh, sorry. And also, though I know what I'm talking about, I can't help but have lots of bloopers in my show. There's always blooper here somewhere. Okay, I'm really trying hard to organize myself, put myself together, but that's the fun part, right? That's the fun part. I'm a serious person when it comes to food safety, but the fun part is the storytelling side. Yeah. And one of the viewers said, "Oh, we know about it, baby." Yeah, you know about it, but what about the rest who's watching with you? Do they know about the right temperature in cooking the food? Right? Unless you are a professional, or but even if you are a professional, the chef, the cook, needs to have their thermometer in this part of their uniform. I was like almost late in my show. That's why I have my pen and I used to have my thermometer somewhere. But because I kept all my shenanigans. I just put my uniforms in the storage because I have to look it up because I have a live show and I have to talk about food. So I choose to talk about food safety because not all people are talking about food safety. Don't you know that there are a lot of people being hospitalized, harmed, or even dead because of malpractice in preparation of the food? Especially in the US. Nako, malaking bagay, malaking kasuhan yan, no? Restaurants can even close because of improper handling of food. How do you find that? How sure is the food that you're ordering in the restaurant is clean? Did you look at the back of the house? Have you ever been to their kitchen? I will challenge you. If you're really into that food safety thing, try to check their kitchen. That's why my son said, "Mom, you're difficult to bring to a restaurant." Yes, I'm very picky in eating at restaurants, not because I don't like the restaurant, but the moment that I see their counter, even the way their server or the staff looks like, especially the cook, I will know I have already an idea what's going on inside their kitchen. I really have a sharp eye for food safety. That's why I'm very proud of that job. Not because I'm proud of that for myself, but I'm proud because I'm helping the community and lessen the chances of them getting hospitalized, getting sick, getting hurt because of malpractice of food handling. Can be a malpractice. So you have to be food handler certified. If you want to work in a restaurant here in the US, ma'am, you have to have a food handler certification first. If you want to manage or supervise the restaurant, you have to take the food manager safety course, right? A food protection course. So there's a lot of thing going on behind the back of the house, behind the restaurant. It's not just the yummy menu, the pictures that you see in the internet, wherever. You have to make sure that the food that's prepared is safe for you. Because again, that's what I told my boss back in when I was in Chick-fil-A. If I will lead the back of the house when it comes to food safety and train them about food safety, we have to initiate the culture of care. You have to put that in your mind that you care for your customers, you care for your teammates, not just you care for your hours and for your job. Don't just work in the restaurant because you need money. Make sure that if you're working in a restaurant, make sure that you care for them. Yeah. Because I always think of like, what if these people who are eating are my family members? How will I prepare food for them? So you have to give your best, right? You have to give all your best, all your love and care. Remember, this is my mantra. Cooking is love made edible. Yeah. Though right now, to be honest, I'm not cooking much anymore in my own kitchen. I just cook for my husband's a baon or bento. I practice my profession here in my own kitchen, but I don't cook much because I'm always invited in a party. Mother B is always attending a party, and the good thing there, after the party, there's a lot of to-goes or bring home. Sometimes I don't cook anymore, just cook rice or I just cook our basic eggs in the morning, but after that all of these are to-go foods, meaning these are leftovers. Practical, right? Why do I need to do groceries? Why do I have to buy lots of food and these food are given for free? Right? So it took me a while to find my uniform as a back in the days when I worked with Chick-fil-A as a food safety director, because I'm not used to cooking anymore. I'm used to eating leftovers from party. But of course, in a week, I have to cook homemade food from scratch. Yes, and so that I will not forget to practice my profession, my skill as a food safety director. My kitchen is organized. Yes, that's one thing I can guarantee you. That's why thank you, BIGO Live, for inviting Mother B, allowing me to join the live house today. I'm so thankful that I could share my experience as a food safety professional to our audience. Yes, because yeah, when we talk about food, we have this mukbang, we have this old foodie show, right? But did they ever happen to talk about food safety? I don't think so. Yes, that's what I have observed. Many are talking about the best food in town, the thingy, but are they talking about food for the brain? Hi, Good Vibes. I like your name, Good Vibes. Thank you for coming to my show. Yeah, are we talking about food for the brain? Not much, right? We're talking about yummy comfort food, but all this food will make you sick if you overeat it. If you don't know how to manage your diet, your eating, your cooking, and everything, ma'am, sooner or later it will catch on you. It will be a health issue. So you have to balance between nutrition, proper nutrition, food safety, and of course, eat good food. I'm not limiting you to eat food, but make sure you have to be smart enough to determine which food is good for you. Because this show is all about good vibes and positivity. Yes, thank you so much. Why do I do what I do? Of course, the mantra of the Mother B Show, aside from I'm losing my mouse here, is because of this.
Wannabe Show is a fun and informative lifestyle program that promotes positivity and good vibes.
Show is talk about positivity and good vibes. So even when we talk about food, it's not just how to eat the food. It's not what's the best food in town. It's about what's the best food for you and safe to consume. Right? Yes, it makes sense, right? So even if you know about, okay, we need to wash our hands, yes, you have to need to wash your hands. Don't just, don't just cook directly without washing your hands. Ew! You never know where they came from before cooking. See, you can just imagine, right? Wash hands. Remember, the story of that pandemic thingy that happened 2 years ago. If you want to know the story behind that, it's coming from the food that they're selling, raw meat that they're selling somewhere in China, right? It all started with the proper preparation for the food that they gonna be eating. So, saan nagmula yung pandemic? Doon sa palengke. Bottom line, it's all about food, right? So, ang daming na perwisyo, ang daming na damage, no? Ang daming, casualty because of food safety issue. Yeah, try to backtrack the history of where did it started, the COVID something, COVID-19. Where did it start? It started in the market somewhere, right? See, it's all about food safety. So number 2 is, of course, foods that link to better brain power. As an article that I've read from healthharvard.edu, www.healthharvard.edu. Mother B, you said it's a happy hour today. Yes, it's really happy hour. Happy for me. I don't know with you. Joke. Good vibes only. Good vibes only. Lagi. Lagi. Okay? So, I was late in broadcasting kasi nga may meeting pa rin ako. And thank God, I'm so thankful. By the way, shout out to my J. Hawkins Talent Agency boss, John Hawkins, and to all our J. Hawkins family. Thank you for really supporting the Mother B Show. Thank you that I've learned that I'm an inspiration to you as well. Now, salamat po at nabigyan po ako ng opportunity to rise up and become hopefully soon, a host manager. That's why active ngayon si Mother B. I'm very active in inviting people. If you're not yet a signed host with BIGO Live, if you're just watching from the stream and you have the talent, please get in touch with Mother B because I'm with J. Hawkins Talent Agency, and they're very supportive and along the way, because I really don't know about live streaming. I'm very naive. It's not my world, but I'm beginning to get into the world of live streaming and I'm enjoying it. It's scaling up my business. My business number 1 is I'm a visual and graphic designer, right? I'm a talker. I used to work as a tour guide back in the Philippines, and I'm also working as a tour guide depending on who's gonna call me. Who are you gonna call? Mother B! Yeah, I was once a ghost tour guide with RJA Tours. That's the number 1 tour agency in San Antonio, Texas, in terms of providing ghost tours in Corpus Christi. And I used to work as a ghost tour, right? Ghost tour guide. Yeah, from cook to tour guide to educator, name it. I work with that kind of career. Now, as a live streamer, oh my gosh, I love this job. So I hope that if ever you're not yet a signed host, and also if you're based in the USA and if you're based in Canada, please get in touch with me, follow the Mother B Show, chat with me, and let me know if you would like to be a BIGO Live host because you are paid on a monthly basis provided that you will do your job. Because hosting is a job, right? It's a job. Yeah, I really have to be disciplined and, organize my time because it's not easy if you're working from home and you're working as a live streamer. You have to separate all this stuff all together. So I have to dress up, I have to put on makeup, I have to set up my studio. It's a job. But don't worry, don't be discouraged like, oh my gosh, I cannot do what you're doing, Mother B. No, because there's a lot of things going on in BIGO Live. It's a social interaction platform. And number 1, study shows that, getting into the social streaming world, properly, my take there, if you want to be in live streaming, if you want to be a contracted host, assigned host in BIGO Live through Jayhawk and Talent Agency, make sure that you're well guided. My job soon is to train, encourage, enhance the content creation of our host. So that's my task. I'm excited. I'm so excited. And I just can't hide it. No, 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 no. I'm about to be happy. This portion is brought to you by Chef Mother B. Mother B, are you really a chef? Of course, I'm a chef in my own home. I'm a home chef. Oh, may magrereklamo? Kaya lang bihira nga lang magluto ako ngayon eh. Kasi maraming pinamimigay. Oy, alam nga naman hindi mo tanggapin, di ba? Thank you sa mga donors ko. Until now, marami pa na akong stock ng mga leftovers sa ref. But I'll give you a tip. If you want to, if you think that you cannot consume your leftovers right away, the moment that you seal it in a bag, put it in the freezer. Freeze your leftovers. If you think that you are not gonna consume it right away, after chilling it, after lowering the temperature, because if bagong luto pa, normally leftovers are already within room temperature. It's already in the danger zone. Between 40 degrees Fahrenheit to 140 degrees, that's the danger zone. Remember, so when you're in a party, especially Thanksgiving, at lumagpas na ng 6 hours, if your food is left at room temperature, after 6 hours, that's not good for you anymore. Especially if you're sensitive to all this stuff, no, the allergens, whatever, bacteria, contamination, chuchu. Make sure that you chill or you freeze your leftovers before 6 hours in the room temperature, okay? Okay? For example, you finish cooking at around 6 in the evening or 5 p.m. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So before 10 o'clock, you have to make sure that your leftovers are either reheated at a higher temperature, okay? Like around the safe is around 160 degrees, okay? 145 to 160 degrees, you reheat it, okay? And if you don't want to consume it anymore after 10 o'clock, if the food is ready at 5 and it's left at around 10, make sure before 10, you have to put it in the refrigerator. Okay? The refrigerator's temperature is around 40 degrees Fahrenheit. See? I really know what I'm talking about. Because that's my job. That's my profession, of course. Right? So, do not leave it more than 6 hours in room temperature because that's what we call the danger zone. The bacteria will have a party there. That's why, that's my line of work. Now I'm in the business of eating leftovers to lessen my budget for groceries. Because of this inflation, you really have to work smart nowadays. And I'm just glad that we have a lot of friends who love Mother B and her family. Thank you so much for sharing your blessings. May God bless you too. Yes, so again, it's Happy Hour Friday. Welcome to the Mother B Show. What I'm talking about is all good vibes here, okay? If you like negative vibes, not in my room, not in my show, watch the news and you're gonna be feeling negative. If you want to have a boost of good vibes, come to my show. Let's chat, let's talk, let's laugh out loud. Right? Happy Hour Friday. So what you gonna do this Friday? Today, what you gonna do? Are you going to party? Are you going to karaoke or whatever? Right? So, well, after this, I'm still gonna work. Oh my gosh, I still have to wash dishes, dishes. See? By the way, these are some of the good food for your brain. Turmeric. It's not turmeric, ground turmeric. I bought this from Pennsylvania, right? It's like ginger, the cousin of the ginger. Yeah, so this is my shopping cart, really. I'm on a budget. Even my shopping cart is so small. Okay? Beans are also good for you. Beans. It's good for your brain. But the best food so far, the number one is walnuts. Walnuts. Again, see, walnut looks like a brain. Ginawa siya ng Diyos na mukha siyang brain kasi good for the brain talaga siya. Walnuts. Okay? So, if you have walnuts at home, instead of, eating sweet snacks, whatever, this is your alternative food. Okay? So, before I consume a lot of food, I make sure that I have my snacks in between to control my sugar because boundary na rin si Mother B. Good job, good girl daw ako, sabi ng aking primary physician, because my A1C is getting better. And also, this is one of the best that I've tasted, the ginger coconut milk. Coconut milk is good for you, ma'am. Right. Coconut, anything about coconut, that's the tree of life. In the Pacific, in the Philippines, that's the tree of life. You get a lot of food from coconut, right? So use your coconut. In the Philippines, we have a saying, use your kokote or your coconut. Mother B, what's that costume? Again, this costume is brought to you by my outfit when I was working in Dennis. This one in Chick-fil-A. This one is my own outfit here at home. Why am I wearing this? Because I just came from a show, from a live house show. The theme is Foodie Takeover. So the live house, again, is a platform, is a show, a separate show in BIGO Live, wherein doon talaga ipopromote ka sa mga thousands of viewers. And I'm thankful, yay! Thankful si Mother B for selecting me as one of the hosts that performed in BIGO Livehouse today for 30 minutes lang. Slot mo yan. That's the make it or break it. That's your break. So they gave me a break to show to the world, show to our US audience about Mother B and about what's my take on the foodie, ano tawag nila? Foodie Takeover. So usually ang mga host doon kumain ng kumain. Ako kakaiba because I believe that cooking is love made edible. Right? Cooking is love made edible. If you love someone, you have to cook right for them. Yeah, so I'm justifying my costume. But actually, it's not just a costume. Now it's a costume, but this is my day-to-day wear before. Day in, day out. At least 6 hours a day, I wear this outfit. But of course, I don't wear earrings because part of food safety, if you are a food safety professional, especially when you're the one supervising on food safety, hey, I'm very particular about all these danglings. It's not allowed. Even accessories, as a professional food handler, do not wear accessories when preparing food. See, my nails are short because I'm used to cutting nails because if you're preparing food, long nails are not allowed, ma'am. Bawal ang mga bongacious na mga hair, even hairs like this, it's not allowed. You have to put a hair net. So Mother B is always wearing a hair net before. That's why I have now the luxury of wearing different hairstyles. That's what I love. But now I'm a glamour Mother B chef for today, 'di ba? Glamour chef ako ngayon. I have to do, ilan na ba yung hours ko? Kasi at least 30 minutes. Para naman magkaroon tayo ng dito, ng award. Saan ba yun? Yan. Okay, so, yes, time check is 1 minute and 13 seconds. So, again, I'll inviting everyone. Please, if you're interested, if you want to earn from home, right? Mother B, are you really earning? Of course. Pero, nag-uumpisa pa tayo. Ano nang sabihin ko sa inyo, earning mo? If you want to be a host in BIGO Live, if you're in the USA and you're in Canada, I would like to invite you to join us at J. Hawkins Talent Agency. I'm thinking of doing a funny cooking show. What do you think? Mother B, what's funny about cooking? Well, it depends upon your topic, right? So, right, my take now is more on the food for the brain, ginger, coconut. This is my, I don't drink ordinary coffee. When I drink coffee, it's like a concoction. I'm like brewing my own brew. Yeah, that's my habit. So I put coffee granules. I put this. I put a lot of things in my coffee. So I don't think it looks like a coffee anymore. Yeah, it looks like a an artist paint, mixed paint. It doesn't look like dark anymore. It looks like green. By the way, thank you for those who have acknowledged Mother B. Froshkan Bukoy Abdurrahim. Oh my gosh. I remember my American Field Service days. I was once a volunteer at the American Field Service Intercultural Program Philippines. Right? Learning. Oh, speaking of intercultural learning, I might as well come up with the content on that. What do you think? Because living in a different country, if you're from I'm from the Philippines and I'm living here in the USA. Yeah, it's really like challenging to adjust at first, but everybody adjusts, right? Assimilate. I might have a talk show about it as well. Mother B, you already have a mental health talk show, you already have a cooking show now, and then you want to come up with an intercultural learning show. Ano ba talaga, Mother B? Well, anything that's positive, anything that's helping the community and the madlang people and the world, I can do that. By God's grace. Time is of an essence. Because now even working, live streaming for more than 2 hours a day, it's not easy, but it's fun. Rather than watching teleserye, drama in television, then afterwards you feel sad. Mother B, bali. The sound effect is wrong. You feel sad. I'd rather be live streaming than watching negative news or watching drama in television, yung mga crime stories. I'm done with that. You know what it makes me feel? It makes me more angry or nega about it. Really, drama in television, I'm done with that. I'm done with all my drama in the world. I'd rather do my own drama here. Again, thank you so much. This is a special edition of the Mother B Show. Every day is special edition of the Mother B Show anyway. But shout out. Let's give some shout out. Of course, I haven't done any shout outs lately sa mga birthday celebrants. I have to acknowledge them because these are friends. This is the reason why we have the Mother B Show. Also to say hi, hello, I'm still here. I care for you. Oh, we have a birthday celebrant today. Shout out to Loris, Monique, Anthony. Okay, she's the wife of my boss. Actually, they're co-owners of the RJA Tours. I mentioned to you about Mother B was once a ghost tour guide. Corpus Christi. Oh, Cousin Reeves Salcedo, happy birthday. Why don't we play the happy birthday song? I have my happy birthday song here. I have, medyo bitin nga lang. Paulit-ulit. Happy birthday to Reeves Salcedo, Pasita Tolentino Buñol. Of course, by pamangkin, Dave Oliveria, happy birthday. Ma'am Maricar Donato, happy birthday from the World Federation of Tour Guides Association. Happy birthday. Yes, so glad she's one of a kind. She's a proud Filipina, doing tour guiding in Washington, D.C. Yes. Ma'am Novi Ave Dispo, happy birthday, boss. Romel Dagom, oh my God. Beloved Romel Dagom, happy birthday. I love you. I miss you. And I'm so glad kung saan naman narating yung iyong career and your business. I'm happy for you. God bless you. Romel Dagom, the former tourism officer of San Francisco, Agusan del Sur. Okay? Those are the birthday celebrants today. There's a lot, no? Thank you so much for being part of Mother B's life, no? Ayoko malungkot. Gusto ko happy vibes lang. But yeah, sometimes, like, do you know where you're going to? Mga pa-emote-emote na music. Oh my gosh. So, shout out to Sir Harry Villalonga. You keep on calling a while ago, but I will call you later after my show, ha? Sorry about that. I know it's cold up there in the in the northern part in Michigan. Okay, shout out to Sir Harry Villalonga. Yeah, shout out sa mga friends natin here in Texas, sa Filipino community, Filipino-American community. Hi, Mark Northington. I love the name. Sounds very European, right? Northington. Tika, 1979. Hi, Tika. Hi, Isabel. So I'm greeting friends from BIGO Live. Hi, Dig and Stick. Oh, that's a nice name. That's an interesting name. Dig and Stick. Wow. I hope you send me some dig and sticks there. Okay, follow me and I will follow you. I will follow you. Follow me. Right. ID, whatever ID you are. Hello, hello. Welcome to the Mother B Show. I just don't understand why ID lang ang pangalan nila, but doesn't matter. As long as you come to my show, I really appreciate you guys. If you happen to watch me and haven't been a fan yet, I would encourage you para naman madagdagan yung mga perspective natin ng mga friendship. The reason why we have the Mother B Show is to let's build connection, meaningful connection. Okay, to avoid loneliness. It's fun here. It's a happy space. So why not avail of it, right? So sorry, I have a lot of sound effects, the laughing sound effects, because I have to, to feel this vibe. Otherwise, like, it's so hard to live in a life like that. It's so sad. A lot of people are getting sad, dying of broken heart. Yes, dying of broken heart. Do you know that? It's in the news. It's in the research. So let us be careful of that. So yeah, that's why we have a show like this. But anyway, I'm about to go. I only have 9 minutes before I hit my 1 hour and 30 minutes na naman sa Mother B Show. Happy Hour Friday! Hello, hello, hello! Yeah, so I'm proud to wear my food service industry costume, my chef's hat outfit brought to you by Dennis, my costume brought to you by Chick-fil-A, brought to you by Mother B's Kitchen. This one is brought to you by Maring Rene Garcines. Di ba matching? Yeah, sometimes, but you just have to make sure. When I was working as a food safety director, I have to make sure that, I am walking my talk. I am practicing my profession. But now, since I'm hosting, I'm just talking about food here and all this galore shenanigans that like cooking is love made edible. Of course, that's what I believe in. Right? I can wear. Anyway, I'm not doing actual cooking, but if I have a cooking show, yes, I will do the same thing in the food safety procedure. Clean, wash hands, clean your surroundings. Number 2, do not cross-contaminate. Don't mix meat with vegetable. Do not mix them, ma'am. Ngek. Ayan sila tawag na. No, do not mix them. Okay? Okay? So, I just have to be clear about it. Okay? Don't mix. Number 2, you have to cook food at the right temperature. Just a review. Okay? Cook food at the right temperature and then chill or store the food at the right temperature as well. So after preparing the food is done. Some they have leftovers, some have leftovers. To make sure you have to store it properly according to the right temperature. Okay? So you have to keep in mind the 4 steps. Clean, don't cross-contaminate, the right cooking temperature, and of course, store it properly according to the right temperature. Don't leave your food at room temperature. Okay, don't leave your food hanging out there after 6 hours. The best is right around 3 to 4 hours after it cooled down. Lumamig na, hindi na mainit yung pagkain, ilagay mo na sa ref yan. Of course, there are some food that can last, but just to be on the safe side, especially if you're a professional food handler, you have to follow procedures because yes, there is a safety inspection. Here in the US, they have a state inspection, they have an intra-company inspection, they have a third-party food inspection. So, ang life ni Mother B before as a food safety director back in Chick-fil-A in Pennsylvania, every 3 months, we have a food safety audit. Okay, Chick-fil-A is very particular with food safety. That's why I love that company because they care for their customers. I'm proud to be a Chick-fil-A food safety director because that's my goal. The culture of care. That's why people love Chick-fil-A because Chick-fil-A loves their customers too. They really are very particular about food safety. Okay? So that is my story when I used to work there. And yes, it's day in, day out, a clean kitchen in a safe kitchen. And they have policies, they have procedures, and all these guidelines. Very technical ang work sa isang food safety director. But I love doing it. And I love even telling the story to the people, to the public, because yes, you have to know about this. Don't just eat in a restaurant if you're not sure how they prepare their food. That's why my son keeps on telling me, Mommy, you're so picky. You don't eat in a restaurant. Though, yeah, aside from it's expensive. But I don't want to pay food, no? Food and then not prepared well. Right? So yes, career yan ni Mother B. Mother B, bongga. Anyway, yes, yes, it's time to know the difference between just eating and making sure what are you eating. Lalo na ngayon, papalapit na yung mga piyesta, mga Thanksgiving, Christmas parties. Ma'am, it's not easy to be sick nowadays. Remember, yung COVID na yan started with an issue on food safety handling. Don't you know? Don't you know? It started with food safety handling. It did not appear right there and then. There's a process nangyari yan sa palengke. Ay, nako, better be aware. That's why it's good to be aware, right? Anyway, let's see what's the news right now before we go. Let me see. What's the news update right now? Okay, by the way, brain power foods. Brain power foods are, of course, green and leafy vegetables, fatty fish filled with omega-3, and then berries, no? Strawberries, blackberry, blueberry, berries. Hindi berry. Then tea and coffee, but drink moderately. Don't drink too much because it might affect your cognitive function. And of course, walnuts and all the nuts. Except if you're allergic to peanut, and then don't eat peanuts, right? Peanut is an allergen, soy is an allergen, so you just have to be very careful. Crustaceans, seafoods, right? So what's the update? News update today. News update. So what's the news update today in the world? What's happening around the globe, right? Oh, so ito na naman, puro mga nega na naman. Kaya siguro before I do my show, I really have to choose what news I would like to share because otherwise it's going against my policy in the Mother B show. Yeah, they're talking about war, politics. Do we have good news here somewhere? Wala. Anyway, but then again, happy birthday sa mga nag-birthday. Happy anniversary to M Joy. Happy anniversary, M Joy, and husbandry. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Oh, the goal. Thank you. Hello, pretty. Thank you so much. Appreciate you coming to my show. Cute si Mother B. It's all good vibes here, okay? If it's your first time to be in my show, please follow, watch, and like Mother B, okay? Yes. Every time you come to my show, oh my gosh, you're really appreciated, and I thank you for the time. It's not easy to watch at this lady over here. Yes, yo. So yes, hopefully, and I hope you become a part of the BIGO Live family. Just sharing you the good vibes. If you don't like, then don't. You can do a lot of stuff here. Just consult Mother B if you are in the USA or in Canada. Well, join us. It's fun. Live streaming somehow gives you a boost and prevents loneliness. But live stream moderately. You just have to manage your time and balance between life, the personal life, the home life, the work life, whatever life you have. Not even the afterlife. What are you saying, Mother Mira? Speaking of food, I was talking about food safety, food for the brain. I remember I didn't even eat my lunch yet. Because I was eating walnuts. I'm eating the right food. So you don't need to eat much. You just have to eat the right food, okay? Yeah, and there's also the good side of not eating too much. Right? So everything has to be balanced, right? But again, today is cooking is love made edible. That's why I bought this. I put it in my kitchen to remind me why am I cooking? Because I love the people who will eat my food. I love those who I prepared the food for, right? So if you love your family, if you love your work, if you whatever food service or restaurant that you are in, and if you have the love, the culture of care, that job is not a job anymore, but a mission. Parang Miss Universe, okay? Miss Texas, Mrs. Texas, aka Mother B. What can you say about cooking? Cooking is love made edible. Because if you don't love the person that you're cooking for sure they will land in the hospital because they might have a stomach problem. you know, oh my gosh, I can't stop but keep on talking. But this is last na to, last na. Remember, I'm a historical tour guide. That's another hat and hair that I wear. I used to be a historical tour guide, a cultural tour guide, and I'm very particular about. I love really reading and knowing about the past history and you know what was their lifestyle before. Remember kings and queens. If you watch the Game of Thrones, right? If you're watching Game of Thrones, you know the future queen uh, is the cupbearer, right? If cupbearer, so meaning to say, the royalties, especially the king, don't eat right away. They have somebody who will taste the food. Smart, right? They don't eat the food right away because there might be poison in it. So even then, food safety is already practiced even from the time of the kings and the queens. That's why there is a special person to taste the wine. They call the wine taster or the person who will eat first before the king eats. And I used to remember when I was guiding guests to the museum because we have a national museum back in the Philippines. I usually talk about ceramics, of course, the bowl, the utensils that they put the food on, right? Food, okay. So in China, the royalties have they what you call the celadon bowl, okay, celadon bowl, not bowl. Football. No, not a football. Celadon bowl. It's a bowl where they put their food on it, right? But if there's a poison, if the food has poison, the color of the bowl changes. It's interesting, right? During the past years, way back when. I didn't even know how to describe it, but that's how they're conscious about food safety because even the bowl changes its color if the food has poison in it. See? So, now you know why food safety is very important. I should have talked about that. I should have talked about that in the live house. But anyway, I only have 30 minutes, so this is my overspill. See, in China, the bowl changes if it has poison. In the medieval ages, in Europe or in some, big kingdoms, before the king eat or the royalty or the queen or whoever will eat, they have, or if the king in particular has a cupbearer or a person that will eat the food first before they consume it. Otherwise, that's a danger to the king, right? So, yes. So, I'm talking about the history of food safety. I could just have connect that because since, thank you, by the way, BIGO Live for inviting Mother B to talk about Foodie Takeover Friday here at the US BIGO Livehouse. And I should have talked about, anyway, I'm talking about it now, right? I should have talked about the possible history of food safety, even during the times of the kings and queens. Before the royalty eats their meal, somebody has to taste it. Otherwise, if there's poison, next, who's the next king? And in other empire in China, the utensils that they use changes its color if it has poison. See? That's the history of food safety. Because we wanted to preserve life. That's the reason why we eat food. We eat food to be nurtured, not to be poisoned. Now, during the modern days, now we have the food poisoning word because, of course, when your your stomach gets upset, and it's upset for a couple of hours, and you're losing liquid, you're dehydrated already, that's what you call the food poisoning. Because people doesn't care at the back of the house. They don't wash their hands, they cross-contaminate during food preparation, they don't cook at the right temperature, they don't store their food after cooking. Well, that's the formula for food poisoning. And the next chapter of the story is the restaurant will be closed eventually. Don't forget, with matching lawsuits. At the end of the day, it will cost you bankruptcy. Anyway, that's it for now. Sorry, I've been talking about food safety, but yeah, this is me. This is what Mother B is all about. Aside from brain and mental health that I have talked to you and shared to you what are the foods that powers your brain, let's talk about safety, right? I wanted you to be safe. I wanted you to live longer, to maximize pleasure, minimize pain, and do the most good. So until here, sincerely, your friend, your motherly figure in BIGO Live, Mother B. I hope you enjoyed the show, and thank you so much for watching and listening, and also to our audience in Facebook and in YouTube. Thank you so much, and please do share, follow, like, and share the good vibes and the positivity. Yes, thank you for keeping me company. I really like to thank you and be grateful for everything that you do to me. To God be the glory. I'm just adjusting my screen because these are all props. I like my costume. Yay! Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Thank you for Oh, I really love being in BIGO Live, like talking. I can talk for 24 hours. But I have to stop here because I still have to do my basic home chores. Remember Mother B, the reason why Mother B is a Mother B show. It's a journey of a mom who just love to share positivity and good vibes and share what I've learned, share my experience, and even share my costume that I really love and like to do. So this is your DJ. No, I'm not a DJ now. I'm the chef, Mother B. That is why I like BIGO Live. I can do whatever I want to be. Yeah, right? So go. It's read my lips. It's all about good vibes here. Sige na, alis na ako. Bye. But before anything else, I'd just like to play this video about the story of the Mother B show before I go. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Pew, pew. I like the dino. Pew, pew. What mother be? Positivity. I forgot to end the broadcast in my YouTube.